Good evening, partners. My name is Sofia Cordova. To start with this presentation on how do we think the history of British culture has affected the decision of not to fully joining the European Union and the result of the current Brexit situation. In my opinion, one of the reasons for the departure of the United Kingdom is due to the mistrust that London generated towards Europe when the United Kingdom entered the European Economic Community, and their policies were harmful to British interests.
Hi guys, my name is Paola Camero. I think that the British have long had the mentality of being a great world power, which is why they had many territories under their power and that offer the way the wars. Um, they were prepared, so they do not like to receive orders from the European Union. Also, because finally the United Kingdom was one of the few that was not defeated or invaded after the Second World War. Um, then they feel that their decision have been correct and they do not need anyone else to impose laws or barriers on them. Through the story, through the history, the British have resisted joining European alliance.
Hi, my name is Juliana, and according to said Paula, I think that it's true, but it should be noted that the union or the between the British and the European Union lasts almost 5 decades, and although it was expected that the change that may be beneficial for England, but for me, and the reality is they were affected because they need a lot of labor. There was a time when they used it for the labors of prisoner with the special permits, and for me it's like what? For me it's maybe crazy that they use their prisoners for work. And another example against England because of the Brexit is for education. It turns out that with the Erasmus program, students could move into different the European universities. Maybe if you was a student of UK and if you want study in maybe another university in the other another country, you can't move, maybe free, I don't know. But now with the Brexit, you can make this. And the students can't continue with that opportunity, but they now have starting. But this is for me a bad opportunity because don't have the no spaces or infrastructure for all those who want to study there. And this allow leading maybe many people from England to migrate in search of better opportunities.
Okay, my name is Michelle Rios, and wait, we must know why Brexit, and it's an abbreviation of the English words Britain exit, and this is the term going to refer to the United Kingdom's exit from the European Union. And the main argument of the Leave campaign was that with Brexit, the British were going to gain control over their own affairs, in particular over their borders, which would, allow for, um, have better control of migration. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We see that one of the key points of Brexit is migration, and issue that is very complex. Even for all the states that are going through the better situation than others. Colombian culture sees foreigners and investors as investors and someone who brings money into the country. But in the United Kingdom, they see them as a trick. Perhaps they have to spread the same thing that happens to us Venezuelans today. There is currently a lot of the division in the mentality of the United Kingdom. So over time, many people from other parts of the world have um, entered and come with different culture.
Yes, I agree. I think that immigration is definitely a problem between the United Kingdom and the European Union. Since although the United Kingdom traditionally received immigrants from India and its former colonies, after the outbreak of the economic crisis starting in 2008, the country gained many community partners, withdrew the attention of the European Union, and adding to that the measurement of immigration policies, caused the arrival of an excess of European citizens who competed with the British population for low skill and low wage jobs. I think all this created a bad public opinion. So many English people saw in Brexit the opportunity to generate a reduction in immigrants.
Yes, and all that derives of the current situation, and in which England lives in a period of adaptation and transition. Since because of the Brexit, there is a lack of supplies and workers and a the decrease in the economy. In addition, um, the fact that the country is so divided, and one of the most important markets globally, that is London, becomes to point outside the European Union.
Yes, is what's already now that Brexit will have a significant impact on England and on the strength of integration of the European Union. One of the things that was affected the most was the economy, as the pound suffered a big drop and stock market sent as the European Central Bank and the Bank of England prepared their liquidity injection to avoid chaos.
Yeah, the effects of the Brexit, I feel, were really negative for England. They were going in search of maybe more opportunities, but I feel before they closed the doors of opportunities for their citizens. The story is great, don't you think?
Yeah, it's so difficult, but that's the way of their life. I don't know.
Yeah, the story is amazing. And it's all for
It's
today.
interesting.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
very much.